Dungeon Rats. Dungeon Rats. Dungeon Rats. Dungeon Rats. Dungeon Rats.
It's very sad, but we'll have to demolish this whole section to make room for the upscale tavern.
So sad. But they'll have those artisanal cheeses I like, yes?
Oh, yes. The farm boys said they'll have to cut the calves off from nursing to get the cream, but
Do what you have to do. Yum, yum!
we'll add additional space to stable horses to prepare for the uptake in tourism you envision.
Great! People will flock here once we've improved this horrid place. Of that I have no doubt.
Yes, sir.
And what of the stocks?
The stock, sir?
We'll need to increase corporeal punishment to keep out unwanted types. And make sure to put it somewhere over here. I want to be able to see any floggings from my coffee nook.
Of course, my lord, it will be as you wish. Would you like another gallows as well? Shall we add a grandstand for spectators to watch the executions? Folks could bring their families, buy a large lunch, and make a whole day of it. I thought together we could erect a giant canopy by the front gate. We could sell official Bloodstone Keep merchandise to help pay off all the renovation costs.
An event to remember! I like that. Do you think the blacksmith could make those little spoons? My mother used to collect those.
There was a powerful king. He had 10 wild dogs. He used these dogs to torture and kill any jester who failed to make him laugh. Now, the king has a favorite jester who's never failed to make him laugh. He calls on him on one of his particularly bad days to cheer him up. The jester comes in and no matter what he tries, cannot cheer the king up. And the king orders him to be thrown to the dogs. The jester looks at the king and says, I've served you for 10 loyal years, and yet you do this to me. The king was unrelenting. The jester says, please, at least give me 10 days. 1 day for each loyal year I served to get my business affairs in order before you feed me to the dogs. The king agreed. In those 10 days, the jester gathered his wealth and bribed the guards to let him feed the dogs for those 10 days. And when those 10 days were up, the king ordered the jester be thrown to the dogs just as he was sentenced. When they threw him in, everyone was amazed at what they saw. The dogs just walked over and started licking him and sniffing his dick. The king was baffled. He said, what happened to my dogs? The jester looks at the king. He says, I served these dogs for only 10 days and they didn't forget my service. I served you for 10 loyal years and you throw me the dogs at the first shitty joke. The king realized his mistake and replaced the dogs for crocodiles.
Oh, the jester. I remember him. He was fantastic.
His jokes about the king fell flat, but his execution was great.
Oh, you scared the dickens out of me. I told you to come incognito. What is that on your face?
It's my disguise. It's pretty clever, isn't it?
Into disguise? You look like a pig wrestler.
That's what I was going for. Blending into the environment. Camouflage, they call it in my line of work. It's crucial.
Well, you've hit the mark. Very incognito.
Thank you. A man in my profession has to be able to slip past even the most alert guard, completely undetected.
I hope so, because if you're discovered, you'll be tortured until you give up the names of your accomplices. We'll both go to the gallows for sure.
You think any dungeon can hold me and torture? Ha! I grew up in a household with 5 sisters. I can face torture.
I'm a dead man walking. I believe that fool may have caught on to me. I took you too far when I sold all of the old Flop's belongings during the move.
You really hate that man, don't you?
Let's just get this over with. This is the last gemstone. This jewel, it was the Queen's centerpiece. Its value is immeasurable. It should be enough for me to get a ticket away from here, to be free from Lord William at long last.
It is worth nothing without a buyer. My employer is paying you handsomely. Now hand it over.
Show me the gold.
Is there a problem?
Did you hear that? You were followed, you money buffoon!
That's not possible. I was careful. What the hell is that? We're completely surrounded.
Oh,